This is Calibos, and we are playing Stoneblock 2. So, when we last left off, okay, we've got our enrichment chambers and stuff like that. So, we were looking at the ultimate tier installer here. So, we're going to need ultimate control circuits and atomic alloy. So, to make atomic alloy, we're going to need to make compressed obsidian. So, to make compressed obsidian, we're going to need refined obsidian dust. In order to make that, we're going to need obsidian powder combined with that. So, you know, of course, obsidian powder we're going to need to crush or enrich. Actually, I think it's enrich. So, mechanism, obsidian. So, we need to put metallurgic fuser. Okay, let's just get a piece of obsidian. I think we have some obsidian here. And let's put it in the enriching factory. So that gives us a single, or well, it gives us 4 of the obsidian dust here. We're going to go ahead and pop that into there. And so now when we make the refined obsidian dust, we want to go ahead and put that through. We'll do that. And then we'll put it in here with the diamonds. And then now we want to make compressed obsidian. That'll be this thing. And then we're going to put that in the enriching factory, I believe. So let's try to make 1 compressed obsidian and hope it works. Alright, compressed obsidian. Now we're going to take the compressed obsidian and we're going to tell it to, let's see, this is obsidian. So we're going to tell it to auto output here. And we should have craft as necessary. So it should go ahead and begin crafting these up. Device online. Wait. Let's go ahead and fix this because that should be there. And we want to, yeah, there we go. So we want to output from the back and input from the right. So now it's done. And you can see, you know, how quickly this is going. It's going to take a second. How much, yep, there we go. And everything is topped off. And boom. So now we want to look at the ultimate control circuit. So to make the ultimate control circuit, we need to make atomic alloy. We're just going to go ahead and do this. And we want to put that in this one. Let's just pop this in the system. It'll go away eventually. We're going to switch that, and now we're going to do this. We're going to put this into our pattern thing over here. And now, whenever we want to, we can make an ultimate control circuit. And most importantly, all of the pieces leading up to it. So I don't remember if this is a quest. Probably not. So we'll need to make a crafting monitor and some of the storage things too. What are we waiting on? So one of the things that we forgot to do is turn on auto eject. And now it'll work better. Oops. Alright. So why are we not making one of those? Okay, so now we have an ultimate tier installer. Now I'm just going to demonstrate. It does not work on this. So uses for this are pretty much nothing. But we have it, and most importantly what we have are the pieces necessary to make it. So like the ultimate control circuit and whatnot, because we'll need those for a bunch of other machines. Let's make sure that all of the upgrades are in here. So we have 8 of those, 8 of those. Alright. So, sulfur. So we have 2048 sulfur. So let's look at our sulfur storage, because we actually might need a lot of sulfur in the near future. If I were me, where would I put it? It's probably in a square, because it's 2048. So let's make some upgrades for this. Upgrade. We'll make 100. Because I mean, I've got that other wall to do as well. And these don't go very far actually, because we're going to need to make it's 7 of them uses 49, so that will top off 14 drawers. So it really, like I said, it doesn't go as far as you expect that it might. I just don't want to be doing this all of the time. So one of the reasons that we're upgrading our sulfur storage is I was thinking briefly about getting into some of the extra ore processing for mechanism. I guess it's not super necessary that I do that. Let's see. Alright, so that's done. Yeah, you see how fast these go? It's our silicon up. So yeah, I mean, we are making progress through this thing. So let's look at some actual quests here. You know, let's go ahead and do this ME security terminal, because it leads to things that I would like to be doing. Also food. At some point I will pretty that up, but we'll deal with it. So the security terminal, we're generally only going to need one, but we are going to need this chest. And I don't want to have to make all of the bits and component pieces. So this can go into the AE2 section. Yeah, so we'll do that. And we'll do this. Alright, so now, yeah, we'll need this, and then we want to get into wireless crafting a lot. That's going to make our life better in so many ways. Why are we paused? Okay, so let's pull these out and put them in this one, which is much faster now. Check our thing. Rose quartz. We're just gonna pop these through here, have it go. Alright, no crafting job available, so security terminal. Boom. So we need this security terminal in order to connect up. How many channels does this have? 9 channels. I guess I'll put it here. So security terminal, once it's online, links up, and so you can do biometric cards, which means if you're on a server with a bunch of people, you can actually say this person has access and here's the stuff they're allowed to do, and this other person doesn't have access, you know. So once you have this connected to your network, I seem to recall that it makes people without access, so unless you specifically allow them, no one can break any of your AE machines or anything like that. I mean, with the probable exception of an admin or OP or something like that. So, but most importantly, oh look, we got an auto sifter. Yay. Most importantly, this sets us up for items on the go, wireless terminals. So, looking into the wireless terminals, do we actually have this set up for our dense? We do not. Because, I mean, let's make sure. Dense, yeah, it doesn't know how to make it yet. And this is a thing that we need. So your AE system, let's look up regular energy cells. So, nope. So your AE system uses power. You know, it uses the input and puts power into the system. Now, it will put power in there up to the limit of your storage. So the ME controller can store a certain amount of power, and all of your stuff uses a certain amount of power. Now, if it is using more than your ME controller can hold, then it will empty your ME controller and then refill it, and then empty it and then refill it, and then empty it and then refill it, and your system is going to start and stop and start and stop and start and stop, which is not so great. So you can fix that by going ahead and making energy cells. I'm just gonna go ahead and let's make 4 for now. So what the energy cell does is it goes ahead and increases the maximum amount of storage your AE system holds, so that it doesn't do that. So we're just going to wait for all of this. Now, one of the things that I think you can do on a controller, you used to be able to do it, but there was a way to set up power. Let's see, I don't think that these should actually use any channels, so it doesn't really matter where we put them. I actually used to make them as I used them as floors. And I would just alternate them with as flooring materials, so that we just have like a giant glowing cube of power. Anyway, so yeah, it's a good idea to have stuff like that. Do we already have the wireless receiver? So we should actually be able to make the terminal. Now, one of the things that I would like to do is do a wireless charger. So that our so we have this. Oh, right, we already have the, never mind, we have the RF network on already. So device is not linked. This is again why we need the security terminal. And with the security terminal, we just pop it right in there. So now it's linked to this network. And now it says out of range instead of unlinked. So it is linked to this, but it's not working. So what we actually need is a wireless access point. And we'll probably need more than one of these. We'll make the wireless access point now. Go. So what the wireless access point does is it's basically your Wi-Fi router. And we'll connect it. And it has to be connected on a cable, so I'm actually planning on just putting it right here. It's technically online, but the range is, like if I come over here, there we go. So the range is not very far. The fact that it has any range at all is pretty impressive, and I like it. So our next step is the wireless crafting terminal, because we totally want to be able to... Ooh. Can we make that? So let's make a crafting terminal. It says that we should just be able to combine it. So let's make a crafting terminal and go. Now, does this work? Wireless universal terminal. So we would like this to go from a universal terminal to a crafting terminal. Why is it not? Oh, there it goes. Maybe it just took a second to kick in. But we now have a crafting terminal. So next step is we want, I'm not sure how this works. It works differently in different mods, which is why, mod packs, which is why I'm not sure. So okay, in this one, it's basically a power thing. So with this, so I had 2,000 in there. And you can see that just having it open drains it. So the Infinity Booster cards. In a lot of well, not in a lot of packs, but in some of the packs I've played, you simply put one in there and it doesn't use an energy. It simply does it. So if we go ahead and we make 1,000 of these, we will need much more fluix than we have. Fluix. Do we have? We don't have a fluix chicken. Maybe what I need to do is make more fluix, whatchamacallits, fluix seeds. Anyway, so we now have wireless crafting. So what we're going to do is, since we're not worried about power particularly at this point, we're going to take some booster cards. Booster. Applied. Energistics. And then we want wireless. There we go. These. So this recipe. And then we need to teach it how to make terminal style. There we go. So we need to teach it how to make the ender dust, which is made like that. And then we also need to teach it how to make this, which is basically made like so. So we'll change the mode. And it looks like we can only do it with the sag mill. So let's go ahead and make an ender pearl really quick. Ender pearl. Make an ender pearl. I mean, yep. So these don't actually break it. So we will have to make Ender IO stuff. Well, that's fine though, because that's kind of one of the things that we want to do to get into Ender IO in the beginning. So Ender IO, let's make another wireless access point. Wireless access point. So we'll make 2 or 3 more of these. And then what we can do is, come on, make it, give me the thing. Alright, 2 of these, let's grab some dirt. No, dirt, there we go. What is this? This is, okay, we can just go ahead and throw this in there. If necessary, we'll make a larger area for AE2 crafting. So what we'd like to do is we'd like to go ahead and say the center of the room is approximately here. So this is a cable facade. So we'll go smart, come on, smart cable, craft model 1. We'll go down 1. We'll put the smart cable here, and then we'll put our wireless access point underneath it. And then that should pick up its channel really quick. And then that should give us access everywhere in the room. So yeah, we're not getting the infinity booster, power low yet. So, in order to get into applied energistics, and we'll go ahead and put this away for now. Oh, apparently I had smart cable. Who knew? In order to get into Ender IO, so the first thing that we're going to need to be able to make is the chassis. So we need simple machine chassis. This is the recipe for the simple machine chassis. Now, they are, like I said, the simple ones. Oh my gosh. So it looks like it's time to go. I actually had 2 alarms go off to remind me, because, you know, sometimes I need that as I get into this. We'll take up more on Ender IO in the next episode. And we'll probably go ahead and do it over here, because there's only a couple of machines that we're going to need for it, so we'll do it over here. But yeah, I hope you liked the episode. If you did, leave me a like. If you didn't, don't. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. You folks have a great night.